Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for being with me. I hope you had a wonderful weekend and were also able to attend worship and life group this past Sunday at First Baptist. If you were unable to, please go to our website and watch one of the live streams from this past Sunday. Today in our reading plan, we are in Luke chapter 15, which includes the three parables that are, among the most beloved parables Jesus told, the lost sheep, the lost coin, and the lost son, normally referred to as the prodigal son. And I think these parables always speak to us because we all know people who are like the lost sheep, the lost coin, the lost son. And we worry about them. And we pray for them. We hurt because we want them so badly to know Christ and live for Him. And so these parables, these stories, they resonate with us. And what really jumped out at me and spoke to my heart in a special way this time was one phrase in the middle of the parable of the lost son, the prodigal son. It was after he had wandered off and wasted his inheritance in sinful living, and his life was, he was at rock bottom. And it says in verse 17, but when he came to his senses, I've read that many times. I've used that phrase in sermons on the prodigal son, but when I was reading it this time, it spoke to me, and I stopped reading and prayed. I started thinking about people I know who need to come to their senses. Maybe someone who is not a believer and they have all these reasons, all these objections, all these excuses, or somebody who used to be, a faithful follower of Jesus, but now they're not living for Him. They're backslidden. Maybe they're in rebellion. Maybe they're just indifferent. And I stopped reading and took a few moments and prayed for these individuals by name, and sometimes for specific issues that I knew were in their lives, and for them to come to their senses in their mind and how they thought, in their hearts and all of their emotions and their feelings, which a lot of times it's emotions and feelings that get in the way more than thoughts, and their thoughts are just what to justify their emotions. So I just started praying, God, help them come to their senses, bring them to their senses, because this prodigal son came to his senses and then came home to the Father. And so I just prayed for several people by name to come to their senses and come to Jesus. And I want to encourage you to do that, because I know there are people in your life you love and care about, but man, you hurt for them and you worry about them. And so maybe just take a moment and pray for so-and-so to come to his senses, to come to her senses, and pray about some of the things in their lives that are blocking them from following Jesus. And maybe make a list, write down some names, and every day this week pray for him, pray for her to come to his senses, to come to her senses. That's my takeaway from the chapter. Just that time of praying that way was very meaningful for me. And I hope it's meaningful for you. Hey, God bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow after this very quick devotion as we look at chapter 16.